And this climate change, what is meant by climate change? For those of us that don't know the meaning, climate change means shift in temperature, long time shift in temperature and weather patterns. These shifts, what are the causes of these shifts? We have natural causes like volcanic eruption, solar activity, but the major cause of the shift is anthropogenic factors, that is human activities. We have so many activities that lead to emission of greenhouse gases. What are these greenhouse gases? They are gases in the atmosphere that when released to atmosphere, they trapped heat to the earth, thereby causing increase in average temperature of the earth, which we call global warming. There will be global warming. And when there's this global warming, will cause change in our climate system. That is what we call climate change.
All right. Why is this an issue? Why is it a big deal?
Climate change is a great challenge for our time because it affects almost every sector, be health sector, agriculture, socio-economic development. It affects almost every sector because once we live in this world, climate change will affect us.
It will affect us.
Yes.
Let's look at the connection between the climate change and human health. How does it tell on our health that the weather condition is changing over a period of time according to the definition you gave? So how does that affect our health?
Climate change has profound impacts on human health. It's either directly or indirectly. Like one of the effects of climate change is flood.
Okay,
then
flooding.
Yes, if you have flooding, you know what that can do to a human being. It's some people can die in the process of flooding. Maybe the flood come, they are swept away, and their property too are swept away. Even those people that their properties are swept away, it will affect their health because it will constitute stressor. So they will be feeling it, thinking about it. Depression can even set in. Then if there's flooding, there's going to be pollution of water body.
Contamination.
Contamination of water body. And another impact of climate change is heat wave. It's storm, droughts. Then if you have droughts, there won't be enough food. It can lead to food shortage. And if there's food insecurity, then it can lead to malnutrition because there won't be enough food for the population to feed them. So those are the effects. Then heat wave. In terms of heat wave, people can develop, if there's much heat, they can develop heat stroke, the condition that can even lead to death. So we have so many ways that climate change affects human beings. Even the outbreak of disease, vector-borne disease like mosquito, those malaria caused by mosquito, climate change can affect it because if there's increase in temperature, it's increased the rate of their production of malaria vector. So those are the way that climate change can affect.
All right. So much has been said. I believe you heard. It's almost like affects everything, in the environment that in turn affects us. Yes, in enumerating the causes of climate change, you said there are natural factors and there are
Yes, artificial,
anthropogenic.
that
Yes,
is the one caused by human
by human
activities.
activities. What are those human activities that lead to climate change?
The human activities that lead to climate change include the following: deforestation. When we cut our tree, because tree majorly they act as carbon sink. I've told you earlier that global warming, that climate change is caused by global warming, which is increase in global average temperature. The cause of this global, the driver of this global warming is majorly greenhouse gases. There are some gases in atmosphere, and out of these gases we have gases like carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and these gases, they attract heat to our to the atmosphere, causing increase in temperature. And tree has effect of sinking carbon. So the carbon, if you now cut tree that's supposed to sink our carbon to minimize, to reduce emission of greenhouse gas, like especially carbon dioxide, it will surely affect us, lead to increase in carbon emission. Then another one is industrial process. In our industry, we make use of chemicals, especially in cement industry. It release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and I've told you that carbon dioxide is part of greenhouse gases, thereby causing increase in temperature that will lead to climate change. Then we also have another factor like unplanned urban developments, like where we used to have tree before, we now build there.
To say that nature and ourselves were meant to